At the end, the judge justice open show say, after he killed her, the defendant returned her mobile phone and onto spread they sent bogus text messages from the phone, as if from her, first to her friend and then to her father, clearly pretending that she was still alive and that she had run away. He was, of course, intending thereby to prevent the missing person inquiry turning into a murder investigation.
And then we have Roya to continue the presentation.
Okay, since you know that how forensic linguists provide some support and to prove that the David Hudson had maybe murdered Jenny, so it's at the end of the trial. And the prosecution claims there were similarity with the way Hudson composed his own texts, and he had known enough about Jenny's background to fake all the lies. And this key source of evidence was enough to convict David Hudson of the murder, so this is very important. Since we are in this court and we got a lot of forensic linguist knowledge, and David Hudson is now in prison facing 18 life in prison. Okay, so it's time for our conclusion. We have to emphasize that the analysis of them alone do not prove that Hudson really murdered Jenny directly, but they do support the argument that at some point Hudson did acquire on Jenny's mobile phone and use it to send misleading texts, and that raises question about why he would pursue this court action. He got no excuses for that, why he sent the text messages. Okay, it's the end of our presentation. Do you have any comments and questions?
Okay, before this group move on to present their reflections or give you a chance to reflect on this case, let's give some feedback to this group. Okay, we'll just start with short feedback. For example, when I look at this, what I like about it is this case is directly related to what I've been teaching. That's why I like it very much. And the style started with 2 video clips which drew our attention to the case. That was really exciting. And then when Dr. Grant responded to the interviewer's question, he mentioned he mentioned Cotard. Malcolm Cotard, the author, one of the major author of the required textbook I asked you to read. So, you know, somehow the connections are made. That's why I like it very much. I also think the division of work is very good. Basically, I just like the PPT because my PPT tends to be very boring, and the younger generation's PPT is lively. You are native speakers of technology. I am a non-native speaker of technology. Okay, so that's my feedback. How about the rest of you? Let's talk about the good things. Okay, who else would like to give some feedback?
Actually, I really like your presentation and everything is clear. And when I see the video you provide, like the second one, I think, he talked about people like to use abbreviation to stand for the whole words. And it reminds me in about a few years ago, people like to also use our 注音符号 to stand for Chinese character, and like the, you know, and they use the, and I see an article they also use all the 注音符号 to write an article, and it's really hard to read because, like, he say, 我的家庭真可爱, and he used
By the way, tell people what 注音符号 is. Not everybody knows about it.
注音符号 is like
Phonetic symbols.
Yeah.
Phonetic symbols in writing Chinese characters.
Yeah. Thank you for explanation. So he writes an article in those 注音符号, but it's really hard to read because he only used the initial sound. So I think it's strong connected to the text in our nowadays. So we also use like some simplified word to text in our message. So I really like your presentation, and thanks.
We have 6 groups. Let's take turns. Group 2, we can take turns giving feedback. But personally, this presentation could have been improved if you don't read the texts directly. But I understand, usually there's advantage of reading all the words, word by word like that, if a student is not sure about your speaking proficiency, then you tend to read word by word. And if you're not sure other people can understand your accent clearly, there is an advantage. However, after a while, people may get bored and they read quickly than your reading speed. So that's something you can improve on in the future, just to talk about it, not to read every single word. Okay, group 2. Jean, Stone, Andy. Okay, you sit very close, so why don't you give some feedback? Group 2. And group 3, please get ready. Maybe Andy? Okay, you're very close, so why don't you provide some feedback? What you like about this?
Like Dr. Rao said that they wrote their speech on the PPT is very clear to read, right?
PPT is very clear.
Yeah. So I find I find it very clear because I don't really understand their accent very clearly, so I can look at the PPT.
Exactly.
Yeah, the one
Exactly.
page.
If you're not sure about other people's accents, you can read it, and that helps. That's scaffolding. Okay. Group 3. Group 3. Okay. Who would like to give feedback? Group 3.
When a person is doing the presentation and others can write some keywords on the blackboard, or do interactions with our classmates.
Okay. Well, they prepare some interactions later, right? They have some questions for interaction, but they want to get this case out clearly first. But they do have some questions for you to discuss. Okay, group 4. Group 4, either you or. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. According to their presentation, I have one question about the case. You said that the teddy bear was found somewhere, but I don't know whether it is near to where Nico's home or is somewhere out of the county or somewhere.
The teddy bear was found near her hometown, and there's a plantation, and few people go there. And I don't know the detail why the teddy bear was found, but it is the part of the proof.
Okay, so it's still her place inside her living place, her area.
Yeah, near a neighborhood.
Okay, and I like that you have pictures in your PPTs. Yeah, so I can, because when I see pictures, I know more and I can get the image. Yeah.
Okay, group 5.
think it's very good that before they are talking real topics, they provide some basic background of this topic, and it's interesting and it's easy to appeal our attention.
Okay. Last group, group 6. Talks about Darwin, and Whiteman. Okay.
I think your presentation is very close to the course, the main idea of the course of the forensic linguist aspect of the law case, and I think I think you could have more eye contact with our audience, because I think I see you continuing speaking on the every words on the screen. So I think eye contact is very important. Yes.
Okay, so now next time when group 2 is ready to do their presentation, make sure you have eye contact with the audience. Okay, group 2, your group, make sure you have eye contact. All right, now would you like to move on to your questions? Okay, I can actually help with this. Okay, thank you. Have a seat. We can take a break, and then after 5 minutes, we can come back to form 6 groups to discuss one of those questions. They prepare several questions. Of course, this is for you to do your homework, written assignment, right? You can summarize the case, but you can think about, choose one of the questions to discuss in your group, and then we can talk about it. Do you agree or disagree that the analysis of the text messages can be one of the proofs in this case? Okay. Number 2, try to analyze the text messages in your mobile phones. Can you find out any texting habits from a certain person? Do you think that text messages can really be faked? All right, so these are interesting questions for you to think about. Let's take a break for 5 minutes, and then before we do that, we should count from 1 to 6. Let's do that.